When you're just comping chords over a pretty simple blues shuffle, in the key of G, we've got like a G7 chord, a C7 chord, a D7 chord. These are the three basic chords in a blues. Over the G7, a lot of times I will play a part of that G7 bar chord. I'm playing the fourth, third, second strings, and a lot of times I will hammer that B natural. That's something that you hear Robin Ford do. A lot of players will do that. You can also bounce between this G7 and this G7. Now again, I'm just going to play those three strings. And what I will put in between is just a C triad. G, C triad, G7, C triad, G7. And again, these are parts of G7. Very good vamp that you can use over a G7 chord. For the C7, we've got a couple of options. Here's a C7 bar chord, and I'm kind of focusing on the inside four strings. This chord and this chord are pretty commonly used. So a vamp you might play over the C using the same three strings. That's fourth string, third string, second string for C9. And then I'll play a C triad, and then this is actually an F triad, so I'm sort of creating a suspension. So C9, C triad, F, C triad, C9, back to that F, and then I'm back to the G. Over the D7, I can do the same thing. And back to G. So some variations you'll see on the PDFs that I've included. I go from the D down to a D9, a C7 down to a C9. I think there's a point in there where I go from a D7 or maybe a D9 down to a D13, C9, down to a C13, and then I'm back to my vamp. So there's several variations on this PDF, and in the clip that follows, you'll hear me do, I think, 3 choruses, and you'll hear me vary those G7 vamps.